Welcome. We come into the courts of our Father via the blood. We are still working on the blood and the access that the blood gives us. So, when we come before the court, we honor the court. The courts are made the same way, but in a more superior way. The courts of heaven are more superior. The courts of heaven are made in a more, that's the original concept. There's no other way for me to explain this. That's the original concept. So anything that we have here is cut out from what is the original concept. The judge, the sitting arrangement is a bit different depending on your dimension and how you see and receive things. The court is in session. There is your advocate, who is Jesus Christ, who you must assign as your advocate and as your lawyer. You also, when you do this, you hand over everything exclusively to him. He's the Haminuaz. He is the Orengo. He is the anyone who is anyone of down here. But there he is, the God. And he will always be the God. So when you hand over the case to our Lord and our Father, Yeshua Hamasiach, the legislation of the case begins and commences. How does it commence? What is the order of the case? Is there a case? Whether there is a case or not, it is always safe to have him as your legislator and as your lawyer. That is the way and the order of men who are rich or who are affluent or who are better placed than others, to always have a lawyer on call. So in the presence of the courts of heaven, it is in order for you to always have Yeshua Hamasiach as your advocate and as your attorney and as your lawyer. How do you retain him? You retain him by the order of the blood, which was paid for you. Which was paid for you. What is the order of this court? The order of this court is the normal order, like I said before. So when you come into the presence of the court, you must honor the court. I said before in a video before, the perfection of heaven is not OCD. The perfection of heaven is impeccable. They are angels who do the clerical duties. This is in the courts that you start with, the clerical duties. They do like the files. When you subpoena for the files, your lawyer will subpoena for your files on your behalf when the court begins. From anybody, any entity that has your information, has anything pertaining to you, and you will see the angels bring in the file and then hand them over to your lawyer. So anything that you say or do must be going through your lawyer. If there is any regalities, if there is any issues, if there is any accusations, if there is anything that can be brought and spoken against you, pertaining to what has taken you to this court, what are the things that take people to the court? Bloodline issues, health issues, Bloodline is big, is diverse. Bloodline is like our complete DNA. Bloodline is everything. My grandfather, my great-grandfather, everything that has stood against and spoken against, that makes me like have a struggle in a certain part of my life or dimension of my life. That is my bloodline. Those are the things that we struggle with and we kind of get into a cycle or a pattern with. Anything, there's family law, there's property law, there's adoption, legal adoption. Yes, we do the adoption here, but remember, this is the original concept. So the child that you're adopting has bloodline issues that come from the family that allowed you to have this baby or blessed you with this baby or whatever that the Lord did, which is in order. But the bloodline is not cleared by the paperwork that you have in your hand. The bloodline is cleared when you pass this child through the courts of heaven, through the family court. And the adoption process is legalized there. This is something that I actually was very shocked because it's something I took part in. And I was very shocked. That's how diverse. There is property, there is law, there is tax. There is every kind of court is arraigned here. But the lawyer and our judge and our attorney is Jesus Christ when it pertains to the courts of heaven. And as you stand accused by anything or about anything, we all know that nobody is able to beat Jesus Christ. That is why he is the best and perfect choice for us as our lawyer, Yeshua Hamasiach, Son of the living God. And we are absolved and we get victory via the blood through him. The ruling is done in this court. This is not a matter of thinking. You go through it. You arbitrate. There is the legislatures, there is the law, there is the angels, there are witnesses, there are cloud witnesses. God bless you so much. See you next time.